In the 2020 VCS Summer split, the race for the top of the table is starting to heat up. In the next few minutes, we take a look at our matchups for Week 6 and how they may impact the standings for our teams in the weeks to come. At the top of the table sits 𝘀𝗶𝗹𝗀𝗀 Esports, still the team to beat despite picking up a loss in the previous week. Hot on their heels though is Team 𝘀𝗀, our spring split champions, having found their groove after a disappointing start to the split. A staple of the VCS, 𝘀𝗀cie Esports are in third place, boasting a small win streak of their own. Team 𝘧𝗀 in fourth, however, seem to be faltering in recent days, and will be looking to turn things around. In fifth, 𝘧𝗀 Esports will be looking to unseat 𝘧𝗀 and friends from the top half of the standings. Rounding out the table are 𝘀% Esports, 𝘧𝗀𝗶𝗹𝗀, and 𝘀𝗀 Esports. The top 6 teams at the end of the regular season will proceed to playoffs for a chance to go to Worlds, while the bottom 2 will enter the promotion tournament to fight for their spot in VCS Spring 2021. Currently, no team has locked their spot in either postseason bracket. Moving on to our matchups for the weekend, 𝘀𝗀𝗧 takes on Team 𝘧𝗀 in our first match this week. And while CES is certainly still the favourites to take the series, 𝘧𝗀 can definitely trade blows with the Giant, or even sneak an upset win if they rebound to their early summer split form, especially if CES remains in their slump. Keep your eyes on the bot lane, as 2 of our best AD carries, 𝘀𝗻𝘀 and 𝘀elebrity, face off. 𝘧𝗀𝗧 takes on 𝘀𝗀 in our second series, as 𝘀cie and company look to stop their former teammate 𝘧𝗀 from continuing his win streak. These 2 players will ensure that top lane will be quite the explosive festivity, and you definitely do not want to miss out on that. Both teams will be wanting to keep their momentum going, so expect huge plays and mechanical displays out of both rosters. Pushing forward into Saturday, we begin the day with our match of the week, Team 𝘀𝗀𝗀 taking on 𝘀𝗀𝗧 Esports. 𝘀𝗀𝗀 will be looking to continue their 6-match win streak, hungry to return to the very top of the table going into playoffs, while CES continue on their bid to rebound and secure that top spot for themselves. Both teams have adopted a triple threat style in their gameplay, accentuated by Yoshino's explosive return to 𝘀𝗀𝗧's starting roster after a long break. Hence, with both squads firing on all cylinders, we expect nothing less than one of the best best-of-3 matches this season. This is a marquee matchup you absolutely do not want to miss. Rounding out our 2 days of top-of-the-table clashes is Team 𝘧𝗀𝗀 vs 𝘧𝗀𝗧 Esports. Both squads will have played on Friday and should be very warmed up going into this match. Safe to say, 𝘧𝗀𝗀 will still be looking to bounce back after disappointing games in the previous week, while 𝘧𝗀𝗧 will continue to seek to climb the ranks, regardless of the first day's games. Getting back on track will thus be the theme for both troubled squads today. This concludes the majority of Make or Break weekend here at VCS English, as we proceed to a cooling off day on Sunday, where 𝘀𝗀𝗀 takes on 𝘀𝗀𝗋 Esports, and 𝘧𝗀𝗶𝗹𝗀𝗀 wrangle with 𝘀% Esports. This is still the VCS, of course, and anything could still happen, so be sure to tune in as we round out our week with more tempered matches on the docket. Next, let's take a look at how each of our top teams could come out of Week 6. CES should be able to clinch onto their first place, even if they lose to Team 𝘀𝗀𝗀 on Saturday, though such a case would certainly throw that top spot into heavy contention. Aside from a freak upset from Team 𝘧𝗀𝗀 on Friday, CES should hold on to their crown this week. Keep your eyes on 𝘀𝗀𝗻𝗀 in the bot lane, as he will be the key player for CES's success or failure. 𝘀𝗀𝗀 only plays 1 match this week, against CES. As such, their fate is heavily dependent on other teams' performances. A win against 𝘀𝗀𝗧 will keep them in the top 2, though a loss opens up the possibility of a 3rd or even 4th place finish. Personally, I expect a strong showing from the team against CES, and as such would expect them to retain their spot. 𝘀𝗀𝗀 faces off against 𝘧𝗀𝗧 and 𝘀𝗀𝗋 this week, and assuming they pick up the expected win against 𝘀𝗀𝗋, 𝘧𝗀𝗋 will be their greatest threat. Going 2-0 could propel the squad into second place and keep them on track to further their winning streak, while faltering could set them back into 4th. Overall, I would expect them to remain in 3rd, though increasing the gap between them and 4th place. Secret and 𝘂𝘀 are in the same boat this week, projected to lose against their first matchups in the form of CES and GAM respectively. They will face off against each other on Saturday, where struggling Secret is unexpected to hold off against a surging 𝘂𝘀. Hence, game score could play a large part in deciding who takes the coveted 4th spot. It might just come down to who loses the most gracefully in their matches on Friday. Finally, this wouldn't be the VCS if everything went to projections. Let's explore some of the strangest possibilities that could arise at the end of the week, some more plausible than others. Most of these can only be achieved with 1 or 2 upsets on the way, such as CES falling to Secret, but they do illustrate just how tight the race for the top of the table is among these 5 teams. Thanks for joining me on the first installation of VCS English's Race to the Top. Be sure to tune in this Friday, 5 PM local time, for Cerberus taking on Team Secret, marking the start of our make or break weekend.